Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederic Poag here. So, yesterday I was a little annoyed. You know, part of it was probably because there were fireworks going off and I had to calm down two dogs. And the cat seemed fine. But you know what? I can't disparage people celebrating the independence of our country. It is a holiday after all. I mean, you're not supposed to sign laws or really kind of do any government work beyond the necessary on that day, but I digress. We're in a new era, I guess, where laws and the Constitution don't really matter. But I was annoyed and I couldn't quite place my finger on it. And I went to bed annoyed. And I woke up and the first thing I thought about was the big, beautiful murder bill and the cuts to Medicaid and Social Security and, Medicare. And I was like, man, I can't place my finger on it. I mean, these cuts aren't going to take effect, some of them, until 2027. So the Republicans can blame Democrats, even though no Democrats signed this bill. And then I started to remember, I was like, wait a minute. Wasn't there this mixed race black woman that was running for some kind of office? I seem to recall that. It wasn't too long ago. And she said something about Medicaid and Medicare. She talked about expanding it, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but you could check me on the internets. I'm sure it's there. And something about like she was going to expand in-home care, that would help folks that are doing that. I think she mentioned like people my age and Gen X or, and older millennials are the sandwich generation. They're taking care of their elderly parents and then, also taking care of children still at home or even young children. Yeah. I think there was an older gentleman before her. I can't seem to remember his name. Yeah, he wanted to do something called soft infrastructure, but a lot of politicians voted that down. Even the Dinos, Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin didn't like that either. It had to be hard infrastructure. Because senior care and daycare are not infrastructure for, I guess. What was her name? But yeah, I mean, she was going to expand Medicaid and Medicare, even though it's called a lot. It's not called that in a lot of states, especially red states, because, if people actually knew government programs helped them out, they'd, actually vote for government healthcare programs. What was her name? You know what? I'm sure MAGA knows. I absolutely, they always seem obsessed with, the opposition just constantly. I mean, hell, even their banners are about some guy named Brandon, whoever that is. Yeah, they'll know. We can ask them in 2027 when all those cuts kick in. I'm sure they'll probably need to be reminded that, maybe if you'd have voted for that black lady, you might still have your health care. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith. Defend democracy. And I'll see you later.